Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 1:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, November 12, 2021. This isn't financial advice. It's educational. Click the subscribe and the bell to be notified when the videos come out. Thumbs up. Share the video. We're talking about Quant Network, QNT. We're talking real stuff with foots and feets and all the right doors out there. Really, these people know what they're doing, and I think that Quant is a beautifully set up, primed for success development project, really working with a lot of, the possibility of building out CBDC, which is, central bank digital currency, particularly out in London. I think they definitely have their head on straight. Plus, think about the interconnectivity of that with many institutions and big, large companies globally. Intraday updates are on that Twitter link below the video, and let's go straight into Quant, QNT, US dollar. We're at 263, and yeah, we're down, but you know what? We do have a little area of support, a little silver lining down here over at 250. This we had drawn a while ago. We hit back down again, but we're bouncing back over this longer term green line of support, and this is more of that horizontal line that we had for quite some time since September. Now, I think we're going to wind up probably going a little sideways, maybe fractionally down, but I'm not overly concerned about that. The lower to this line here it goes, the more I like to take a piece. I would start buying in at a lower level. We're going to have to see this thing play out in the near term. Day to day, you cannot predict this stuff on a day over day, but we do currently see a line of support here, and that's what I can tell you. We do also have a line of resistance here at 288. We need to get over it. We were over it a couple of days ago, but this period of time is too short. Wicks don't really count. They are just wicks. You need to see more solid price action with a little more longevity over trend lines, over or under to commit to a break in the channel or trend line. In the meantime, let's go over to Quant Bitcoin, but before doing so, if we do break 250, we could be having a leg down to 228, but I would suspect that if we do, it would be a quick bounce off of that. In the meantime, Quant to Bitcoin. Also, wiki stuff don't count. We are under this green line of resistance. Again, we're at 410 right now. Yesterday we were around 428, so we were clearly over this line and clearly on top of the world for a little bit, thinking something could happen. It still could happen. We are coming close to a point where decisions need to be made, and these decisions aren't made by me. They're made by the price action. This becomes an interesting period right here. I think over the next week we might see some real action on Quant to Bitcoin pair, which would influence the obvious output of the Quant US dollar pair. In the meantime, we're going to pop over. So, by the way, over here, we do have a line of support around 420. Clearly, bottom line of resistance around 364. In the meantime, we're going to go over to Bitcoin. Couple things everyone should be very aware of. We have had some topsy-turviness with Bitcoin. As you could see here, we have a couple of lines of resistance. This was once support. This was once a line of resistance up here, which then turned to support. But we also have another slightly longer term period of resistance for over a month and a half of support. So we have these two areas of support roughly connected at the 62,000 level. So what to do next? So that to me is a bullish sign. We're currently at 63,824, so we're up here somewhere. That's the first reason I'm bullish, but there's another bigger reason I'm bullish, and that has to do with this rectangle. Tweeted this out last night. In case you're not on it, I suggest you get on it because I think we're starting to see one of these rectangle formations. We've had a couple of big ones in the past. We predicted this one because we saw this one. Generally speaking, with Bitcoin, these rectangular patterns that I've seen have upside price action on the left half of the rectangle, and then lower price action on the right side of the rectangle. Same thing over here. Left side of the rectangle, price action on the top half. Right side of the rectangle, price action on the lower half. And we're starting to see a little bit over here. This is a much shorter term. This was me, this was mini me, and this is mini me. All right, so this one is very short in terms of, I think over the next day or two, we're going to start to see this thing start to move back up. Now, nothing's certain, and as such, we need to prepare for the worst anyway. I always do. I have to keep my worst case scenario in play. There's always a worst case scenario. This is crypto land. So what would happen next if we did break past this support line? Well, there's a couple of areas we might fall into. 58 could be one. Actually, 60 would be the first, 58 would be the second, and 54 would be the third. So I'm not going to play those out right now. We're still intact over here. But if you are on Twitter, you will get my updates ad nauseum. In the meantime, Bitcoin dominance is the third reason why I am fairly bullish on Bitcoin right now, because we not only passed this trend line, but now we're starting to trek back down again on the Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin's going down and Bitcoin dominance goes down, and we haven't went through this scenario, but generally speaking, that means that, people are just selling Bitcoin. I mean, it doesn't really mean much. As long as Bitcoin dominance is going down, generally, it's generally okay for the altcoin market. Not all of them are going to do fantastic. A lot of them are going to do bad, but they're not going to do that bad. So this is not a bad place to be. In fact, I feel actually really comfortable. This is kind of a tell in terms of where I think Bitcoin's going, which I think is up. But anyway, I've been wrong before. In the meantime, we're over at Bitcoin 63,854.